Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show Live. How are you and you and you and you? Hope you're ready for some great entertainment, inspiring conversation, light love, levity, and of course, this is the place for levity. It's good to have you with us. We're in the middle of the week. It is Wednesday. The week is going beautifully here. Very busy getting all these shows ready. We've got a bevy of extraordinary guests that are coming on throughout December. And we are all about, I would say, just about completely booked for January. Maybe there's 3 dates left open for January for guests. This has been extraordinary. People are just wanting to come on this show, and we have almost like a waiting list now. I can't believe this. And we started this show 36 weeks ago, some 200 plus episodes ago. What is this show? It's an entertainment lifestyle talk show series that I started way back in the spring. It's an extension of my work in television and radio as a TV and radio host, presenter, personality, voiceover artist, journalist, actor, writer, producer, stage MC. And for years, people wanted me to start a show like this, an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. So this show is sort of patterned after Johnny Carson, Steve Allen, Dick Cavett, David Susskind a little bit, Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas, Regis Philbin, with the modern twist of today as well. So blending the two worlds together, bringing back the lost art of conversation with positivity, inspiration, and topics that range all of life, from food to health and wellness, science, television, film, music, Broadway, Hollywood, comedy, art. We talk about it all. We celebrate it all. We go on location. We do pop-up shows. Sometimes we do 2 episodes a day. We did 2 episodes Monday, a matinee show and an evening show. I feel like I'm a theater. We did 2 shows on Saturday. This Friday, we have 2 shows. That's right. And on Saturday, we have 2 shows as well. We've got Keith Harkin, and then we've got jazz vocalist Tammy McCann. 2 shows coming up on Saturday as well. It's really cool. I want to welcome all of you. If you're just dipping your toes into the waters of the Jim Masters Show Live, we welcome you. You're going to have a good time tonight, and we've got a little bubbly here. So we're going to toast you and you and you and you. Does anybody notice anything different about our set? It's very festive for the holidays. You know, this is a high-class production. We put a lot of production value into it. See if you notice anything. Remember I said last night to take a look at the set and see if you notice anything. We were going to add something to the set tonight, and I wonder if you can spot what it is. I'll let you play amongst yourselves to see if you can notice what we've added to our holiday-themed set here. It's nice and warm and cozy. This studio is actually inside my house. We do this show out of the greater New York City area between New York and Boston along the southern New England coast. So we try to have a good time on our show. We welcome everybody watching on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, and also on Facebook tonight at Jim Masters TV as well. Christine says, one of our levities. That's what the viewers call themselves. They're levities. They call me Mr. Levity. They welcome our guests with lots of levity and levity as well. Good evening, Jim and levity friends. Welcome songwriter, entertainer Bobbie Horowitz to the show tonight. She's also into numerology. She's an author. She's a cabaret extraordinaire performer. She's a little of everything. Looking forward to a great conversation in Levity Hall soon. And you know what I like to? You know that theme music that we use at the beginning of the show, the open? She was dancing and clapping to it. I saw her wiggling back and forth. She's a big fan of our show. She watches. She asked, can we have her come on? And I said immediately, because we're friends. We're actually dear friends off air as well. Sherry is here. Hello, Mr. Levity and all levities around the globe. Very excited for tonight's show. Mary Bishop says, hello, Jim and levities. Looking forward to tonight's show. Good to see all of you. Christine, Sherry, Mary. And of course, I welcome you guys to Levity Hall here as well on Facebook and on YouTube. Welcome to Levity Hall. Bobbie, it's such an honor to meet you. We're going to show you some cool photos, and we've got a wonderful Christmas song that she's penned as well. We're going to share with you exclusively here on our show. It's like another world premiere. We always have world premieres on our show, which is amazing. Anne says, hello, Jim and all levities. Hope everyone has had a great day. Good to see Anne. Hi, Jim and all levities. Good to see you, Merlin in Canada. In Wichita, Kansas, Marilyn Hammond. Good evening, Jim and all our levities. Anne in Southern California. Nice to see you. Anne Haraskin. Nice to see you, Anne. Hello, everyone. Wishing you a blessed day. You as well, Anne. And Marcia is here as well. Hello, Jim, and my fellow lovities. Good to see you, Marcia. In South Africa, Juanita is here. Hello, Jim, and all the lovities. Jill Jason is here. She's all excited. Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Jill. Good to see you, Bernadette. Hello, Jim, and everyone watching. Crystal Nolan in Connecticut. Hi, Jim, and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking forward to an exciting show with amazing music, inspiration, conversation, and levity. Renee Katz is here. So thrilled to welcome the most wonderful Bobbie Horowitz, as she is the biggest levity. And of course, you remember Renee was a guest on our show, and she performed live as well. Thank you very much. You got it, Merlin. That's right. We've got a Christmas tree, a big Christmas tree over there. That's what we've added to the set. It's pretty sizable too. We just got it today. Just fixed it up about 2 hours before the show. Kathleen is here in New York City. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jim. It's been one of those days. Bring on the levity. We're sending you love and light, my friend. And you and I need to chat. Looking quite festive again tonight. Thank you very much, Bernadette. And Merlin was the one who guessed. We've added a Christmas tree, a real Christmas tree to our set. There she is. She's a big, big tree, and we're so happy to have it here. We went out looking for it, and we got it. Thank you very much, Bernadette. And Anna Phelps is here. Hi, Jim. Hi, Anna. Welcome to the show. Good to have you with us. Kathleen got it, too. Nice tree. She sees the tree as well, and Bernadette sees that big tree right there. If we can fit it all in the screen, it's a pretty good-sized tree. It's pretty tall. And that's not even our tree that we have at the house. That's just the tree we have for the set. Because I've been tweaking the set. You know, every night I look at the set. I look at different things. What can we add? What can we do? Colors, lighting. You got the back green lighting back there. You got the blue on top. You got all these colors. I'm very visual anyway. Studied architecture and design as much as I did television and radio. So, and being in TV, you know, you have sort of that eye of looking at different things you can do. Well spotted, Merlin. It's beautiful. Thank you very much. Everybody loving the tree. And Wozniak is here. Beautiful tree. Thank you very much. It adds a little something to the set, doesn't it? It really, really does. The Christmas tree, you got it. The presents, those were there. But the tree, you got it. And June's here, our friend June, another mutual friend of ours as well, June Rachelson Aspa. And Sherry, again, we love world premieres, so excited to hear a new Christmas song. Yes, she's an extraordinary songwriter, really is, penned a lot of music that you love. She's one of the lovities of my life. Michael Colby, who was a guest on our show as well. Good to see you, Michael. Lorraine says, beautiful tree. Thank you very much. Maybe we should all sing, oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Yeah, I got you started. Now come on in on the choral part. We were singing the other night. Remember we did Christmas carols and we were singing with Tess LaBella, actress, comedian, voice artist Tess LaBella. And I had the Santa hat on and we were decked out for the holidays. That was a heck of a lot of fun. Oh my God. If you didn't see that episode, it was a full-on holiday episode. We're going to do another couple of those here on the show. Matter of fact, speak of the devil. Or I should say, not speak of the devil, speak of the angel. Hello, Mr. Levity, all the levities, and your special guest, Bobbie, with Tess here as well, and Sherry. Good to see everybody. So, yes, I do have a very special guest. You've probably been seeing the last maybe day or two, this lovely face, the one and only Bobbie Horowitz. I love this, too, this penned caricature that was done of Bobbie. I just absolutely love that. That really captures the essence of her. We've got more pictures to show you. We've got video. We've got conversation. She's going to perform live. We've got a full show for you. Boy, that tree looks really nice there next to Bobbie. It's like Bobbie is with me by the fire, sitting by the tree, and we're having eggnog together. As close as you can get to it here on the Jim Masters Show live. She's extraordinary. Again, a songwriter, an author, cabaret performer, theater performer, special events producer, educator, speaker, certified image consultant, also very involved in numerology. She's always learning. She's always teaching. She's always growing. She's always amazing. And live and direct from New York City, it is the one and only Bobbie Horowitz joining me on the show. Bobbie, welcome.
Oh, thank you. And I have to tell you, when you get to be 80, you've done a lot of stuff.
Well, that's like 40 years off for you, right? So you're still working at it.
And I heard you singing, oh, Christmas tree, and my head went straight to Music with the twilight falls, o'er the sleepy lake and dell. 'Tis an echo from the halls of our fair Cornell.
Very nice. I toast you, my friend. I toast you. We like to toast all of our guests and all of our viewers around the world. When I do this, I always feel like I'm supposed to be going like this and then this. The full thing. So, how have you been? You look fantastic. You are fantastic. And how have you been through all of this craziness of this year?
Well, luckily, I've remained healthy. I've been
Yes.
very careful. I've been told, because I live right near the Langone, the major Langone Center, to stay in as much as possible and do my
Yes.
walking in the halls of my building. I exercise in my apartment. Anyway, and so I'm okay. But you know something? There's something tiring about not being out with the people that you love too. When I see friends, June, Rachel, and Oscar, and my friends are here. And my son, who I would see like 3-4 times a week, I've seen maybe not more than 10 times since March 9th.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? How that's all changed. I mean, a lot of us, not seeing family like we would like to. And you said you did a Zoom Thanksgiving, right?
We did a Zoom Thanksgiving. It was my son and Evan Lawrence. We used to always go to Evan's mother's for Thanksgiving, and she passed on. So the three of us did an online Thanksgiving. Thank God that this was invented.
That really exists, that opportunity to do that with family and friends, right? I mean, otherwise, a lot of people wouldn't be able to get together and wouldn't be able to share time and things of that nature as well. And who's also here? I'll have to show you this. One of my dear friends is watching, and I'm glad that she's here. She's joining us on the show. She's a dear friend, and I'm just going to see if we can call that up. Going to the screen here. Wow, I'm glad that she's watching live on our show here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Comment just came in here. See if I can find that one. Somebody that you know and I know. Oh. She's at the Palace Theater in Waterbury, Connecticut. Sherry Marcucci. Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. She's a dear friend. Yeah. And that's a beautiful venue. You've been, obviously.
Yeah. Well, the whole community is a community, and that's what I love about it.
Exactly.
It really is.
Well, I want to show you some of the, again, the show is all about light, love, and levity. On the Jim Masters Show, we do this show every single day, Bobbie, 7 days a week. And sometimes it's twice a day, and I balance it with my professional work too. It really gets in there, but I want to show you some of the fabulous comments. Tess says, hello, Mr. Levity and all the Loveties and special guest Bobbie. So happy to be here with all of you once again. And Jill Jason says, yes, great night with you. And they loved when Tess was here as well, which is wonderful. And can't wait to listen to Bobbie and your great conversation. Good to see you. And you mentioned June. Bobbie, I love you. XOXOXO.
Oh, this is irrelevant.
Right, exactly. Mary in Florida. Welcome, Bobbie. Crystal in Connecticut. Hi, Bobbie. Welcome to Loveity Hall, as they call it. Juanita in South Africa. Welcome to the show, Bobbie. Tess Labella says, amazing, Bobbie. Jill Jason says, hi, Bobbie, and welcome. God bless you, Bobbie. Can't be 80, no way.
It's just a number.
Just a number. That's right. You did a whole show on that.
The number. That was my series. And we'll bring it back when things reopen.
Kathy Short in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to the show, Bobbie. This is all the levity coming your way, my friend. Bernadette Vidal. Welcome, Bobbie, to the show. And Wozniak. So happy, Bobbie, that you're joining us tonight. Merlin in Canada, in Ontario. Welcome, Bobbie, to Loveity Hall. You are now a Loveity. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, welcome, Bobbie. And she says you look, Rini says you look beautiful in purple.
Bring me into family to me too.
Absolutely. And then, of course, Sherry Marcucci says, hi, Jim, Bobbie, it's Sherry from the Palace Theater in Waterbury, Connecticut. June, and this is something we're all saying about everybody, friends and family, miss you, Bobbie, of course. And now you get to see her tonight on our show. And I know, Bobbie, you've been excited about coming on the show, right?
I have. I do a lot of Zoom, things. There's something about this that has, I mean, the others good. I'm not downing anything, but there's something about what you're doing that's, it's larger than like the performance. It's larger than just talking. It's the spirit that I love being part of.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Try to make it, I try to look at it more, not like a stream or podcasting or any of that. It more like it's a television show, an entertainment lifestyle talk show, like you'd see on TV. With the TV background. And Sherry says, thanks for the shout out, Jim. Bobbie was interested in our second act series. Got to get her for that.
It was very, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. I love that. Cool. Sherry is the salt of the earth. I love her. She's just, we did a radio thing together as well. And she's just a wonderful, loving person, Sherry Marcucci. She's just really one of my favorite people. Jill says, Bobbie, so happy you're here. Rini Katz says, we love you, Bobbie. Marilyn says, welcome, Bobbie, to Levity Hall. And Merlin says, I agree. 80 is just a number, which I reached in October. Just a number, and a beautiful number as well. I wanted to show our fabulous lovities all around the world that we really are dear friends, and we've been friends for quite some time. And the proof is in the pudding. The proof is also in the photos.
Oh, right. There we are.
There we are. And I believe we are at David Friedman's and Sean Monica's house, and it was one of their events. And that's when we could hug. And here's another wonderful shot when we were at Neil Rubenstein's famous parties, remember?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, another great shot there. Here's another one. Oh, a lot of events we've been to. This was in New Canaan, Connecticut, when it was David Friedman's sort of rehearsal debut for that Money show that he was doing. And June is there as well, and me and you and everybody here. That's a great shot.
Great.
And then this was also, I think, Christmas, I think 2 years ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So,
hi, guys.
So a lot of really wonderful times together, Bobbie, huh? Boy.
Amazing how time goes. I was thinking today, I remember when if I was going to be like 20 minutes late coming home from Hebrew school or something, I'd have to know which shops on the way home had payphones, so I could call my mother and father. I mean, some of them would call for me because they knew me, from the neighborhood. But
absolutely, absolutely. Jill says, Jim, this is more than a show. It's a beautiful, heartfelt experience for everyone. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. June says, oh, yes. Bernadette says, sweet photos together. Yeah. Good stuff. So how did you first get involved in the arts and in music and all, Bobbie? Were you spirited on by family, other entertainers as well within the family? Tell us about that.
I mean, didn't really think that they wanted me to be on, a girl didn't do that. But my dad was an attorney in my mother's father's, my grandpa's labor relations law firm. And they were very much in wanting people to have good work lives. And they were very caring. And my father brought in the Hotel Association as a client. And a lot of the cabarets and clubs were in the hotels. That's how I know Michael Colby, who's here, the Algonquin.
Yes.
I met him when he was about 4. And I was so blessed that my parents would take me to the shows in the cabarets. And they would let me in because I was with my dad, and he says, if she makes noise, I'll take her out, you know. But to have me actually, my mother, by the way, took opera, and my mother was a really good singer, really. But it wasn't right for a lawyer's wife, a lawyer's daughter, to be on stage because it was looked at, I don't know, it had different thoughts about it because in the newspapers about what certain performers were doing, and that's what got people to buy the newspapers, and you know, it was a mix-up time. So I didn't go into theater. I went to New Utrecht High School, but I was always I was the captain, and we had a thing called Sing, where you wrote songs and the classes would compete, and then we had it Junior High, and then we had it at New Utrecht, and that's where I met a girl named Spectre, and we used to write, well, Sharon, and we used to write songs together. She's watching tonight. And we used to write songs together. And then we got reintroduced in the 80s when things were changing. So, I mean, I went to Cornell. I majored in labor relations. I worked in my dad's law office for a while. But then I kind of knew that I needed to, I loved that. Hi, Michael. I see his picture. I needed to somehow get to where my soul was. And someone said, did you ever hear of Stella Adler? She's coming to visit. Okay. And I fell in love with Stella Adler. And Mario Frati also. He became my teacher.
Tess was asking, did she meet you years ago at Dorothy Palmer's house?
Probably. Yes. Oh my God.
Small world, huh?
It is a small world. Really is. And it's amazing. So I studied, and then someone said, well, they're having, I already had my son. And they said, well, they're having auditions at this classical theater place. It's a not-for-profit kind of, and I think you could do it, you know, a couple of nights a week. So, and it was called the Jean Cocteau Repertoire. So I auditioned, and I got the part. And so I started. That was not musicals. That was classical theater, and I got into theater, and then suddenly I felt I had to do the music. Before I knew it, I was, you know, well, in camp we used to do musicals too. Yeah, sure. Starring in Desert Song, and you know, we did those wonderful Jerome Kern things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember where I first got into a cabaret. Someone said, come listen to me in a cabaret. And I went, I think a cabaret isn't that. No, come. And I went, and I fell in love with it. I just fell in love with it.
What was it about it that really spoke to you early on?
It was that the audience became like a family together too. And when you communicated, you saw the people. Yeah. And you weren't necessarily, you were playing maybe whatever the character in the song was, but you were doing it as you. And you were trying to bring out your own, you know, who you were. And right. I love Stella Adler for that, though, because she taught you to do that even when you were doing the classical character. How would you feel if you were in the situation that, you know, the classical character was in? What would you think? What would you do? What were your choices? And I just found it so very interesting. I had to do it. And then my parents, you know, they accepted it. Oh, and I had a wonderful human being who was my uncle, my dad's younger brother, my Uncle Arnie, who taught in my high school. I can say it now. I know that Arnie was, he like men, and that was not to be with, and that was not very accepted in those days, but he kept it quiet. But he helped so many students, and he passed away at a fairly young age. But my Uncle Arnie was the one who got me. He said he saw this thing at a place also called Don't Tell Mom. I said, what? Don't Tell Mom. So I went, and I just fell in love with the whole thing. And
so when you heard that name, Don't Tell Mama, you were probably like, what? What goes on there? Don't tell Mama. You tell Mama everything.
Right.
And if you didn't, she'd drill it out of you.
Exactly. And my Uncle Arnie really was a help. And he helped Horowitz and Spector too.
So that's terrific that the Horowitz and Spector. So you guys, like you were saying, you performed together, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, a lot. We won MAP Awards. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
But then when her husband became ill,
and
she lived in New Jersey and I lived in New York.
Right.
She had to stop running in, and I understood it.
But you guys, when together, you really had a wonderful time, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I loved the people that I worked with after too.
Well,
That's what I started doing.
Well, my friend Bobbie Horowitz, we've done our research and we have proof of the fun that you've had together. Take a look at this.
I'm getting bored with thinking thin. The shape I'm in's the shape I'm in. I'm sick of feeling guilty when I eat.
Me too.
I'm giving up this dieting. My growling stomach's rioting. I gotta have a taste of something sweet. Don't want no boiled chicken or boiled taters, no plain salad, tuna with no mayonnaise, no steamed tofu, or steamed turnip, no bland flounder, veggies with no hollandaise.
Abstention has me out of sorts. What not to eat fills all my thoughts. This agitation's led to chronic colic.
Oh, I know.
I'm giving up this stupid fight. So what if I have cellulite? I'd rather be a happy foodaholic. I'll start with fried chicken and fried taters on pesto, pizza pie with extra cheese,
And hot pastrami,
and thick salami,
and souvlaki, shrimps and lobster, Cantonese and Sam, mocha and amaretto, and drambuie, corundum and bananas, and cappuccino, and strong espresso, and hot cocoa, just to get my palate wet. Our diet doctor's gonna cringe, but we're committed to this binge. That skinny SOB is too demanding. I'm quitting my aerobics class and opting for a flabby ass. Who cares if my dimensions are expanding?
let's have some
Fudge, brownies, and caramel custard, thick cheesecake with a side of chocolate mousse and black forest and 7-layer, a sliced baka. Don't forget my Charlotte Rose. Bring on the Hostess cupcakes and chocolate Twinkies, Yankee Doodles, Devil Dogs and Milky Ways and frozen Snickers and Reese's Pieces, and throw my diet pills away. Yay! Gluttony is here to stay. Yay! Burn Jane Fonda's tape today.
Thank you. And you can't even get, sued for playing it because the authors are here.
Right. Exactly.
I
And
wish Penny was still here.
I know. And we tested everything in advance on purpose to make sure.
Yeah.
And we have another treat down memory lane for you. Take a look at this, Bobbie. I'm Ralph Edwards, and this is your life.
Something's rotten in Transylvania. My baby doesn't bite me anymore. Something's rotten in Transylvania. He doesn't give me fang the way he did before. Last night it took an hour for him to resurrect. As we left the tomb room, he stopped to genuflect. I saw him toss his native soil into my laundry basket, then take an ad in New York Mag to auction off his casket. Something's rotten in Transylvania. My baby doesn't bite me anymore. Something's rotten in Transylvania. He doesn't give me fang the way he did before. He signed a form to donate blood at NYU. He snarled at me for serving a hemoglobin stew. I told him he should see a shrink about his pink complexion and find out why the mirrors are reflecting his reflection. Something's rotten in Transylvania. My baby doesn't want a neck anymore. Something's rotten in Transylvania. He doesn't suck my blood the way he did before. I sell my soul again to get my old bat back. Instead of flying nightly, he's daily running track. He's drinking milk with soybean protein, wolfbane herbal mixes, and in the lining of his cape he's stashing crucifixes. He capped his teeth to camouflage his ghoulish grin. Can't fly without a Walkman, there's something wrong with him. I caught him in a tanning center checking out their prices. How can a dead immortal love be felt by midlife crisis? Something's rotten in Transylvania. My baby doesn't bite me anymore. Something's rotten in Transylvania. He doesn't give me fang the way he did before. He doesn't want to be nocturnal anymore. He spends a bloody fortune at the health food store. What happened to the Dracula that I adore? He doesn't give me fang the way he did before. He doesn't give me fang the way he did before.
Thank you.
I'm wondering which one is Horowitz and which one is Spector.
She's Spector.
Horowitz.
Oh, I see.
She said that that is funny. You know, it's funny as you're singing along too. I saw you singing along to both songs, the words.
I'm calling Shar as soon as this is over. Hi, Shar.
Oh yeah, you were reliving it, huh?
Yeah, and I don't know if my son is here tonight. I think he said he was tuning in, but he's great. I performed with my son too, and he loved Spector too. We were all family.
So as your career progressed, tell us about some of these other things, because the songwriting is near and dear to your heart. You've penned so many extraordinary songs, but as much a songwriter, you're an entertainer, you are an author, and we're going to talk about the book you have too. We have some information on the book, and there it is. There it is. And also into numerology and things of that nature. Tell us about that. That's fascinating.
Well, it was color psychology.
Yeah.
I found out because I always felt like a little bit of a schlep when I was a kid, but I loved seeing nice clothes and colors, and I thought I might have an idea about it. And what I learned was that colors all have a vibration. And numbers, I didn't realize this, have a vibration. And then when I learned there are 9 color families, you have red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, then brown, and then light colors. That's the 9. For some reason, because you don't screw them out. They have a certain vibration. And then there are 9 numbers. Then when you get to 10, it's 1 again. Unless it's 11, then I'll go into that. So each number has a color that goes with it. So I am now in a 7-day, which is purple. And I think it's perfect for today because purple, the vibration of purple brings in both spiritual and kind of, what should I say, spiritual, and it's got a certain drum to it, drama.
Well, if it's you, it's pizzazz and je ne sais quoi. I mean, some of those. And how ironic, you and I were talking about this earlier, how you're wearing that color and our font tonight is that color. And you and I did not discuss that in advance previously.
No, not at all.
Is that sort of, when I decided the font color, that's the very first color that came up that made me think of you.
All right, let me think of something. What day was your birthday? That's how we do the numbers.
It was September, and it was the 24th.
So September is the what? The
9th month.
So
Libra.
4 and 9 is 4 and 9 is 13. So that's 33. And what year were you born?
We'll get back to that tomorrow.
All right, you do that yourself. So I was born in 1940. So that
I was born BC, before COVID. You know, I'm wearing my favorite. You look like you want to burst out with one big belly laugh.
Well,
I'm wearing my favorite color, which is green. I'm very green centric.
Well, green, by the way, don't laugh. You wouldn't think so, but it's it's a kind of green is organized. Green's got it together because when Earth was created, look what most of the grass is green, the trees are green. It kind of all.
Yeah, it's life. It's comfort.
It's life. It's comfort. It's organized.
It's go, not stop.
It's go, not stop.
Flowing.
And number 4, because it's red, orange, yellow, green.
And that's my favorite number.
Isn't that interesting? Interesting.
And I like square more than I like round.
And that's more organized. That's more like green. Interesting.
When we can finally get past this COVID stuff, we're going to have to pour some wine and talk further.
I think it's so interesting. And what's so great is people, oh, hi, Jill. I know you know that. I know she knows that. There's something, people don't notice that you're in the same color or the same outfit every 9 days. If it was every 7 days, they say, oh, she's in her Thursday outfit.
Right.
You know, but this can fall on any day. And when it's 11, it's black and white.
A lot of people mentioned the 11/11. Daughter got married on 11/11. Juanita says her daughter was born on 11/11.
Right. And that's very boom, 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 boom. It's but it's good because it won't get crazy. It's very.
Do you blend in astrology with any of that at all, or?
Well, I do because I'm
Libra, so that's balance and harmony.
Right, and I'm Gemini, which is diversity.
Yes, right.
And that's like the number 5, which is my number.
5 is your number.
Yeah. And I'm
Gemini,
cool. Which is diversity. Yeah.
Marsha's dad was born on 1111. This is amazing. All these viewers, these lovities with the 1111 connection. Wow. And
by the way, Spectre's birthday is coming up.
When? What day?
Can I tell, Spectre?
Well, you can say the day.
It's I'm trying to think of the day. It'll be this Friday.
Oh, this Friday, really? Do we want to sing happy birthday to her? We can. We do it on our show when we know there's a birthday.
Oh, sure.
I'll let you lead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday, dear
Dear
Karen. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you. She got a personal happy birthday from Jimmy and Bobbie. So all of these wonderful things, that's just one element of your life, the understanding of, that area, which I find very, very fascinating. I love psychology. I love the human condition. I love conversations about all that and figuring things out. And everything that we've been going through this year has certainly brought a lot of that to the forefront, how people have been acting and how they've been talking, and just, it's really amazing. We've seen the best and the worst of people all at the same time in this crazy year we're going through.
It's a crazy year, and I don't know why. I think it might bring people together, and I'm more and more seeing. And the musical I'm writing, I started writing before this thing, and I can't believe how a lot of it is coming in.
Yeah,
I'm getting so much that when love is missing somewhere, that can cause trouble.
absolutely. All the happy birthdays for Sharon coming in too.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Get love back.
Well,
on this sphere, I think it's probably around everywhere else.
what do you consider your big break? What was that big early opportunity for you, Bobbie, that really opened up the doors for you? You mentioned one earlier that was sizable. What was another one that really sort of just sprung the fire hose open?
I'm trying to think. I think I wanted so much for my son to be okay and cared for that I got friendly with the teachers at his high school. And that led me to get friendly with people that were on, that's how I got friendly with Bonnie Conley, and she's Stuart Lane's wife. And I mean, wonderful, good people and producers and and I started giving events to honor people in the, don't believe it or not, the discos. Well, I knew the people that owned, what you call it? Oh, Magique. And that's where I
thought you were going to say Studio 54.
No, I did. I did know Studio 54 because he went to my college.
Wow.
So we got to, I didn't realize that I knew all these people. I didn't realize how connected I was with that. And then what I saw was it gave a way to congratulate people. It wasn't, I didn't love the drugs and that aspect of it. But they kind of got it. That's how I got friendly with Mayor Giuliani and Mayor Koch. And these wonderful people were really very kind. Very caring about performers. I didn't realize how much they care.
When did the songwriting really take hold for you early on in your career, Bobbie?
In my career, probably, I'm trying to think if it's when I got reunited with Spectre or somebody asked me, I mean, I did it in high school.
I know, yeah.
And I did it. I mean, this was what I did in my life, you know, and as a kid, that's what I did. And camp. Oh, Camp Rena. I loved Camp Rena. I went to Camp Rena from 1946 to 1957. And we had a great sing, and we did great shows. I mean, Desert Song, and wonderful, wonderful things. And I think I got reunited with some of my friends from Cambrina, and that's what made me think, you know what? I got to do this.
Yeah.
I did it then. I got to do it now.
What was the first song that you penned that was the one that was so well received? Do you remember the very first one where the world just fell in love with that one? And it was...
I'm not sure if it was Transylvania, the one that you played.
That we just played.
Sharon and I wrote with Benny Martini. Sharon has a better memory than I do now.
You want to phone a friend? You want to phone a friend?
Yeah, she's watching now.
She's watching. She can post if she'd like to. Yeah. Probably has the answer.
Yeah. It was something that I felt I just had to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got back in touch and we went out and did it. And then we met the wonderful, the incredible Sidney Meyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he became like family.
We have another clip here we want to show. We'll show it and then we can chat about it when we come back. It's you, you two doing your thing. And then we'll have that Christmas one coming up too.
Great.
We'll
and I have
that.
to thank Joan Camilleri, Firstpan and Bernie Firstpan for all that they have done for me. I mean, they reopened it for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's beautiful when that happens, right? Dear friends, here's some more of Bobbie doing her thing, and then we will be back. Much more coming up. She's going to perform live. We have a debut of a very special Christmas song that she has penned that you're going to hear on the show, and so much more. My very special guest, dear friend, the multi-talented, with vim and vigor, and so vivacious, Bobbie Horowitz.
From a train, lounging in her bed, and then she ruins my day. That's the time I dread, because she calls me up complaining with her nothing to complain about blues. She dines out every night and then goes out to dance. Her lover brings her flowers, showers her with romance, and then she calls me up whining with her nothing to complain about blues. She loves to bitch and moan for hours on the phone. She tells me her life is despair. I see her dressed in diamonds, sables, and Dior's. She says she has nothing to wear. She gloats on misery and gloats with every tear. Then dumps them all on me, kvetching in my ear. With her nothing to complain about blues. When will her analyst relieve her of her nothing to complain about blues? Wait a minute, Mark. Why don't I hang up the receiver on her nothing to complain about blues?
Oh. You know, that must have been a 7-day.
Yes. 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 And we have another surprise too that we want to roll out as the music comes our way. We've been doing our research and doing our digging. We dig you, Bobbie. Here's some more.
Okay, how many of you know this theme song? A lot of you do. Yeah, so we'll just end with the theme song. Matthew is getting, that's my college. It really is. From the day I entered high school, I craved that senior jacket. Through the long, long days of freshman year, I wondered, could I hack it? I looked up to upperclassmen, and it seemed so far away, till I'd finally be a senior and be worshipped every day, and I'd sing never a freshman again. You can sing along if you know. Never a freshman again. Time for easy breathing, I've completed all my teething. Never a freshman again. And then I hit those Ivy halls. Well, thank God that I got in. I'm right, David did too. I rushed all the sororities, kept praying that I'd win them. Thank you, STT. As a sophomore and a junior, I kept praying for that date when I'd finally be a senior and play till I graduate, and I'd sing never a freshman again. Never a freshman again. No more studying night and day. There'll be time for loving and time for playing. Never a freshman again. For years I went on working so I could look successful. The joys were great, the pleasures grand, but many days were stressful. I feared that getting on in years would mean that I'd grow old. But I keep getting younger, at least that's what I'm told. I've learned that love is all that counts, especially loving me. And since my cells can all renew, I'm young as I can be. I think of thoughts like building up instead of breaking down. And now my life's one senior prom, and I get discounts all around town. I'm saying never a freshman again. No, never. Never a freshman again. So come on, boys, I get my way. 'Cause senior year is here to stay. Never a freshman again. I mean not ever. Never a freshman again.
Bobbie Horowitz, everybody.
May I have a second to
And
say?
you know who loved it? George Burns thought it was amazing. He loved it.
I forgot to mention, for years I kept on working, was that my baby sister Susie Rita, and I had a business where we placed attorneys. And that's how I knew a lot of the law firms, because my father knew the law firms. And Susie Rita is gone now, my baby sister, for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But she made it through. She was born with an illness, and she finally gave into it, but she kept going, and she was gorgeous and talented and bright, and what a businesswoman. So I send love to you, Susie Rita, in heaven.
Beautifully said, my friend. Beautifully said. Tell us about that evening from that clip we just watched. That was so terrific.
Oh, I was doing that's probably from my series
All right.
that about, it's just a number. And I would always start, that was kind of the theme song of the show. And yeah, and that one, was it Matthew Martin Ward was playing there, right? Because I have him when I could, a lot.
Sure.
The pianists in this city are so wonderful.
Amazing.
And he was really very bright, as well as an incredible piano player. And I loved introducing the people and bringing them up. And it warmed my heart to do that.
Well, you can see the love and the reaction from the fans, from the audience. I mean, they get into it. They're rooting for you. They're right there with you, and they shower you with all of the love and hugs and applause because they are just so connected with you, connected to these songs, connected to the energy and the love that's behind the words. And that's important to you, right?
Well, thank you. Well, I guess one of why I write, I think why many writers write. I know I have friends, Sue Mitsuki, who writes, who's great, and so many people who write, and they write to uplift. They write to affect people. And I think that's why people write novels, and people write musicals, and anything creative.
Host TV and radio shows.
You got it.
Yeah.
Uplifters.
Yeah. The desire and the need to connect. And you couldn't not do this. You're compelled to do this work, aren't you?
I think we are all probably, whether we know it or not, compelled to do what we were put here to do. And I think someday there won't be a thing called earning a living. It'll just be people will each do what they were born to do.
During this time of COVID and all, a lot of people have been reassessing their lives as they've been pausing, and they've been saying things like, well, maybe what I was doing before was something that was serving some other cause or something else, but it really wasn't fulfilling them and their passions. And maybe they had put their dreams and desires on hold. And now with this pause we've had, they're doing those hobbies. They're doing the things they're starting to or trying to do the things that have always been inside that they're now letting rise to the surface, which is beautiful.
Yes, I think if my father could have done anything on earth, he would have been a clothing that he loved, men's clothing. He loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it got me interested in clothing.
Yeah.
And my mom really was a singer. Yeah.
Rini says you are a spirit. Absolutely, absolutely.
Rini is a spirit. She knows.
Honoring people who are over 50, their body of work, their spirit has won, of course, MAC awards for the important shows as well. Absolutely. And speaking of that, we have some more to share with everybody. More of the incredible Bobbie Horowitz. Here we go.
I didn't even know.
Somebody is very special to her. She's got Wittgenstein, and she's what we call the Jewish mama of cabaret. She really is. She has a show called It's Just a Number. She hosted that series and performed the theme song she wrote for the series, Never a Freshman Again, at the Metropolitan Room. She won 2016 and 17 MAC Awards for Best MC. Her and I were competing, and she won. I was so proud of her. Her, I, and Tom, right? And you won, and we were so proud to have you at the Metropolitan and do this series. And you're still doing it. I'm proud of you for doing it. And it's okay to mention other venues. I'm not offended by that. God bless you. Just keep working, guys. That's what I got to say. I don't care. Just keep working. Keep entertaining. Keep doing what you love to do. And I like to bring her up, so please help me welcome the Jewish mama of cabaret, Bobbie Horowitz. was a kidnapper. I had kidnapped Bernie and Joanne. I fell in love with them and I met them. And then I kidnapped their son to be my grandfather. I said I kidnapped all in child. No sooner than every single child. And my son was rehearsing for a show tonight. He would have been here. Otherwise, he loves them too. And he said, please give me one. And usually, I'm a songwriter basically, and I sing them hoping other people will sing them. And I usually sing comedy songs, but with what's going on in the country, I remember a song I wrote a long time ago with Danny Martini and Inspector Chapeau, and I thought it might be helpful to you. When they tabulate the voting, you're thinking, when the one you wanna win, we vote again. Just because you didn't do your job with counting, you're missing out because the total you can be a winner candidate. You can be the person who determines how big your cause can be unfolding. Guess it's direction or protection is the fight for yourself. Restricted season to town. Don't put 90 people down. Here's all the red, white, and blue. The posters are out on Mondays for Tuesday. They belong to you. If you've been abstaining, honey, pension day. And you've been complaining things ain't going your way. It's the frustration and indignation. Season to town. Don't put 20 people down. Thank you. And this wonderful band I never saw until today. Thank you so much. Bobbie Horowitz, Jewish mama. Bring the chicken soup up some please. The chicken soup. Who doesn't like chicken? You got it? You good? You good? Okay. You gotta watch the mammals, you know? All right. Wow, she's terrific. I love this band. Howie, you're doing a great job conducting this huge orchestra. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
That was so fantastic. That song is so perfect and apropos no matter what the year.
Thank you. And Bernie and Joanne alike. Oh, and Jonathan. I mean, they're just.
I wish they could see your reactions while you're watching the videos, because you're going back in time and your facial expressions, you're singing the words, you're moving back and forth, you're so reliving it and passionate about it. It's actually cute to see that behind the scenes, like you're transforming back to that time when you remember being on stage and performing these numbers, which are things that you have created.
When you get to be 80, it doesn't seem like that long ago if it was 6 years ago.
It's just a number. Beloved Bobbie, I love you, Bobbie. Michael Colby says, this is such a magnificent tribute to Bobbie.
Michael.
Thank you very much, Michael. We appreciate that. Mary Bishop says, another great one. Linda Odell says, that was a fun treat. Maureen says, that was over the top. She loved it. Jill says, beautiful. But wait, there's more. We have another clip here. We've got another fantastic clip that we're going to show of Bobbie doing her thing. Now, this clip here, well, I won't say anything. I'll let them see it and then we'll come back Here's more of the wonderful Bobbie Horowitz.
I am so honored to say this. Bobbie Horowitz is on this stage right now. I am thrilled and honored to be able to welcome to the stage multiple MAC winner, Bobbie Horowitz.
I am so thrilled to have gone to school with his uncle, and I've known him from the time he's writing, and my God, it's great. And Barbara Melly just sang the song that is the reason I'm a songwriter.
All right.
That was my favorite song. And this is a song, I have my lyrics up here, writer's keep, because I wrote this in the 80s, and it was about how hard it is sometimes to reach what you need to reach. I should be traveling with an entourage and munching lunch on Estee Lauder's barge, where Billy Clinton begs for my caress, as Barbara Walters prints it in the press. I'll host a late night show on ABC. You'll see Joan Rivers monologuing me. I'll throw my J.C. Penney card away and learn to live the Neiman Marcus way. And when I'm traveling with my entourage, instead of hot dogs, I will eat sausage. Instead of Pachis, I will eat fromage. Instead of garbage, I would make garbage. Ta-ta to Subways and the sardine scene. I'll buy a fuchsia Porsche limousine. Then Dana White can turn from white to green when she sees me on People magazine. And Donald Trump will give me Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. That's what he was doing then. I'll tea with Oprah Winfrey and dish with Robin Leach. Hooray! I should be traveling with an entourage, jetting to Hong Kong for a full massage, doing cocaine and quaaludes when I'm bored. And then, of course, I'll run to Betty Ford. James Michener should write my biography and put my mini-series on TV. How come I'm living over Sal's garage instead of traveling with an entourage? I should be traveling with an entourage.
Thank you, Matthew Martin Ward. All those people, thank you.
Ah, thank you. You're the one. I tell you, you're the one. You're so, I think that's the true test of somebody who has class and elegance, when you're the one providing so much, but you realize that it takes a village, that other people are involved and making it happen and supporting, and you pay heed to all of them. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people don't do that anymore. It's all about me, 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 me.
Well, if it weren't for my son, too, I probably wouldn't be doing anything. He's such a help.
Well, you know what is really kind of and I saw this earlier, and I think it's sort of, how life comes full circle. Yeah. You were saying earlier, Bobbie, how really the only thing in life that you wanted was to make sure that your son was doing well, yeah, and that your son was getting what he needed and the education and everything. So it was pretty much, you're saying, go, David, go, David. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a full circle world, and it is tonight, because look what David says to you. Go, Mom. Go, Mom. Yeah, exactly. No words. No words. The writer has no words for that, because it's right here. That's full circle. That's what life's all about, isn't it, Bobbie Horowitz?
I think so. I really do. I mean, and it's my friends too, like Spector, the other people I wrote with, Benny Martini, Bill Zaffaro, Matthew Martin Ward, all the people, Sidney Meyer, oh God, and all the booking people from the other places. It's a family. That's what the word family probably means.
What are some of the things that continue to inspire you? You've been doing this so long, and you've been doing so many aspects of it, from the performer to the songwriter to, producer, encouraging other people, lending your work to other people. What are some of those things that continue to inspire you, Bobbie?
Well, to have people like you do, that positivity thing. Like when I produced, I didn't even mention John Mayer's show, The Betrayal of Nora Blake. When I produced that in London, I didn't write it, but I did love it, produced it at the German Street Theatre in London. And I'm still in contact with our director, with Issy Van Randwick, who played one of the leads, with Claire Moore, who played the other twin. They were twins. And I'm still in contact with all of them. And I just realized I did that show there in 1999. And it seems like, 5 years ago.
5 years ago, exactly. I mean, the time flies, right? Time just flies. But it does when you're having fun, and when you're not, not that it's carefree, but when you're really in on it and you're enjoying it, and it comes to you naturally, effortlessly, because it's coming from a heart-centric, soulful place, which is what it really does from you, Bobbie, right? Comes from your heart and your soul.
But I can tend to be, Gemini, I can tend to be on one end a little nervous and on the other end very, calm. So I have to do the different work. I thank David Freeman for his thought exchange.
Thought exchange, right.
Yeah, which I went to their meditation today before the...
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And so before coming on?
Well, we do it online. Yeah.
So you do it online. That's fantastic. Now, speaking of the fact that you are also a fabulous author, and I have the book, and as a matter of fact, I got the book when we were at the Christmas party.
Right.
You happen to have one in your trunk.
That's right.
Wait right here, Jim. I'll run out to the car. Tell us what, well, actually, I'll show this first, and then we'll have you come back and talk more about it. Here's a little clip about the book, Fit and Fabulous.
Welcome. I am so glad that you chose to find out about Fit and Fabulous from 50 Forward, the book I wrote. I'm Bobbie Horowitz, and I wrote this book, and I want to give you a little tip quickly that it's the same if you're 18. So if you're buying this for your grandparents, you can read it and get a lot out of it too. I wrote it for the older group because so many people, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, don't think they can really improve their health or get healthy again. But you know something? I've proved that you can, because I did. Now, I never thought I would write a book about fitness and health. That's not what I do. I'm a songwriter. I love entertainment. I put on a cabaret series at the beautiful Metropolitan Room in New York. And I also got interested in image consulting, because subliminally, when you come out as you, people will trust you in the first 30 seconds of seeing you, and they don't even know they're doing it. I was in really bad shape in my late 50s and when I was around 60. My son had to help me down the subway steps. I walked with a cane. I had severe osteoarthritis. I had osteoporosis. My bones started to break. I had gastric problems, inflammatory bowel movement. I was really not in good shape at all. I was a wreck. And I thought that I would really have about 8 more years to live. It's hard for me to say that now, and I hate for my son to have to hear it, but I really gave myself about 8 more years when I was 60. And I'll be 76 in May. And I gotta tell you, I have no pain. I haven't taken any medication in over a decade. I am healthier now than I have ever been in my life. And now that's really the truth. I don't even get colds when other people get them.
So when this started happening and I was feeling great, people said, how'd you do it? And I decided to get groups together and have little workshops helping them do what I did. And not do what I did, A, B, C, D. The pattern of how to ask the questions and how to set up their day to find what's right for them. Each person is different, and how to have fun doing it. And they started doing great. And I got great feedback from people. And someone said that their uncle out of town wanted to be helped when they saw him, and could I help him? And it went, bung. You're supposed to write a book, Bobbie. That's what you can do, and then you can reach more people everywhere. And so I wrote Fit and Fabulous from 50 forward. And what you'll get out of it is find out the questions you can ask. What you can do to find out what your body is and what your needs are, and find out the latest information on that. And sometimes your doctor may not have the latest information. That doesn't mean they're a bad doctor. You may be helping them by saying, you know, I found this out. And they may find a whole new way of helping their patients. There are certain exercises that are not great for my body type that a lot of trainers tell you to do. So find out which is right for you. Pick the ones that work for you. So I invite you to read this book or give it as a gift to people that you know, so that they can all feel more vibrant. Anyway, it's all in the book. And if you want to hear my interview on Hay House Radio, you can go to my website, BobbieHorowitz.com or fitandfabulous.com, and there'll be a link for you to go into and hear it. And I wish you all a long, long, healthy, fit, and fabulous from 50 forward. The minimum number of things you have to do each day to progress until you're where you want to be, and then the minimum number of things you do to stay that way. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic. And you know, somebody who concurs, fit and fabulous beyond 50, 100 was George Burns.
But go to my website, because I don't know if that other website, when I made that.
When you made it, yeah.
That's still
in existence.
Yeah. It's
So give them your direct website again, BobbieHorowitz.com.
BobbieHorowitz.com. Yeah.
So you have the book there. Tell us what was the inspiration for writing that book, Bobbie?
Well, the inspiration was that, I mean, there I was. I had my son that I loved, and I couldn't walk to the park with him. I mean, I literally had trouble walking. How can I put it? I was hurting all the time. I was always going to doctors. I was trying to get exercises, and I really didn't give myself much more time. I did have a wheelchair for a very short period of time. And now, I never had to have that. And getting off medication, I shouldn't say that to the medicine people. I mean, if you have to, I guess you have to a little, but I don't take medicine. I take several, what he's called?
Supplements?
Supplements, yeah, but I don't take medications. I would if I absolutely have to for a short period of time, but I don't, thank God. And I'm fine, and I have no pain. What can I say? I feel now better than I did when I was 40.
That's incredible.
I really do.
Bernadette says bravo, and Marcia says such a wonderful talent. Juanita says such fun. Mary says fantastic. Tesla Bella says more. Terry says Bobbie's always thinking of others. I was privileged to have been honored by her last year.
One of my honorees.
That is amazing. Really, lots of levity here on the show. Mary Bishop says she's crying. She's so touched and moved by this. Rini says, Jim, love that you focused in on her most important quality, taking care of her son and life coming full circle with him, helping her. This is the reason why you're such a spirit as well, and why we love to watch you. You get the heart of the matter. Thank you, Rini. I love those kind words.
He's such a talent. My son, oh my God.
What a kind, loving soul. Bobbie, you're an amazing woman.
Thank you, Jim.
Andrea Colby says, thank you for sharing your story, Bobbie. You are fit and incredibly fabulous.
Thank you, Andrea.
I love the that teaser commercial, the promo for the book. The world, Maureen says, the world needs more Bobbies. What a wonderful soul. I only have great people on the Jim Masters Show live. The negative people can't come on. Only fun people. Bobbie, you're a fabulous entertainer and such an extraordinary human being, amazing and so caring. I told you, you're a levity now. And there's Peabodys, there's Tonys, there's Max, there's Oscars, there's Tellys, there's Tonys. But once you get a levity on the Jim Masters Show live, I bet your fingers are tingling and your feet.
Have you ever heard the term I'm plotzing?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm plotzing.
I think I said that once when I was a child and was sent to my room without dessert. No, but I might have not said it exactly that way. Bobbie, you're an amazing woman. You got to have levity, right? You got to laugh. You got to have a sense of.
I mean, I go to Unity, but it's the same. It really is. It's the same as I was brought up.
Exactly. Yeah. Bobbie is another sweet spirit to show us the embodiment of levity. June misses the bus rides together. We always meet up. The bus rides. That's cool. That's wonderful.
Together, yeah.
Now we have some wonderful photos too, and of course, I showed in the beginning the photos of us over the years and the various events and functions and wonderful things that we've done together with all of our friends over the years, which I think is absolutely awesome and really, really cool. Boy, it's amazing. I certainly changed my look a lot because I work in television, and you look the same in every single shot. You're amazing. But there's always a beginning to everything, Bobbie, and we've done more research. We've done more research. Who's this cutie? That's probably the sound you made when you were that age. Must that be you?
That's me. They took a thing and made like a picture painting of it.
That was beautiful when they used to do that back then, right?
So
how old were you there? Cutie, you look the same.
I was about a year and 4 months, a year and a half.
About a year and a half. And is this in New York?
I don't know. I think that may have been taken at my grandma's in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn.
You grew up in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Bobbie Horowitz as a cute little girl. There she is. Amazing, huh? We duck up a lot of wonderful photos. I love this too. I showed this in the beginning.
Oh, that was Sam Norkin did that.
That's so classic.
Bless him.
Yeah, that's so like, it's so you. It's so you.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you. There's another shot here too that I think is really, really cool. This is a whole group shot of a bunch of friends together.
Oh, right. Oh, right. The whole crew. Here we are. There's my son on the end with the beard.
Yeah, on the left. So this is the Metropolitan Room, right? And what was the event? Was this
I'm trying to.
You're holding something. You're holding an award. Is it a MAC or something?
It was the MAC award. I can't remember. There's Warren Shine. There's a whole bunch of all my friends. Maybe it was a MAC award. There's Alan Shapiro. Oh my God.
Terry says she's cavelling.
Sidney Meyer. The whole mishpacha. I think it may have been for someone else. I'm not sure. Corinne Sauer-Zadler, and oh my God, Joanne Camilleri. I mean, I'm going down the whole group.
Terry is cavelling. Are you cavelling as well?
I'm cavelling, Terry.
Yeah, everybody is. That's amazing, right? All these great shots. And then, of course, here you guys are together.
Oh, that's my boo-boo.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Oh, thank you. I'm very blessed to have David as a son.
That's a beautiful thing to say for a mother to say too. What you're wearing, is that a scarf, a hat, a necklace?
Oh, that's a necklace, actually.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a necklace, yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. You look like $1,000,000.
Thank you.
Who do we have here?
That is the girl that I told you about, who should really be on your...
Oh, a guest on the show, yeah.
Yes. She does such wonderful things. She really does. And just wonderful things. And should be on the show. Terry, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys have been friends for a long time?
A long time.
Isn't that great when you get a chance to be friends?
Theater pizzazz, too. That's her theater pizzazz. And Glenn
sure, yeah. Right, theater pizzazz, right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's great. Yeah, we'll have to have her come on. Here's another great shot.
Oh, that's Spectre in me.
Isn't that cool? Oh, boy. When you look back at all of this, you're kind of like, wow. We certainly did our research. Here's another shot.
Oh, that's a young girl, Gladys Benjamin. When we had the not-for-profit teaching in the high schools, we taught at LaGuardia, Linden, and great places. But we also taught in some needy schools. And this was a needy school for children who, who didn't have what. And this girl, Gladys Benjamin, was in the class. And Gladys Benjamin was brilliant. Brilliant. And she now got a great job. I'm so thrilled. And the woman helping me there is Barbara Garshman, who was a major television player. I mean, a major producer. Yeah. And casting person. And what a dear woman. I'm blessed to have friends like this.
Absolutely. And June says, she says, Sandy Durrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
She should be on the show. She's really wonderful.
Michael Colby says the Cavells are ringing, and Terry goes, LOL, Michael Colby.
Michael Colby, he's like, I feel like he was my tiny baby when I used to walk him in the stroller.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I wish we had that stroller picture.
I didn't see him for years. And then when I said, Michael Colby, wait a minute, Algonquin, wait a minute, you're Michael Colby.
You're right. Exactly. That is funny. I mean, since that early age too, that's incredible. And then of course, the show itself that you've done, there it is. It's just a number. And then we have it here as well. So tell us about the inspiration for creating that terrific show.
Well, I would see a lot of shows, and I never really saw shows that were really, people were afraid of getting older and they wouldn't be wanted and they weren't getting cast. And then I'm seeing brilliant performers who are older. And if they're not performing, even wonderful people who are older. And not to let the age do it. It was kind of like it came from what my Fit and Fabulous from 50, getting in shape that way. It was, hello, let's just have people of all ages honor someone who's older. The reason I can't keep doing it virtually is that it was hard to get some of the very older people to have the technological way of getting on a Zoom show. So I thought I would wait till we go back to live again.
Are you really missing the live? A lot of people I've been talking to, they've been saying, well, in the beginning, when all this started, they got used to the Zooms and the virtuals and things of that nature, but some of them, it's not enough for them. They need to be on stage. They need to have the audience. They need the hugging. They need to actually hear the roar of the crowd and see the eyes and faces and expressions. And although the technology is there, it's still got a wall. There's still one thing separating from the actual.
But one thing I can do, if I can put this in, I can see 2 or 3 shows a night.
That's a thing, right? And people from around the world, right?
I mean, I take a bus up to Don't Tell Mama, but then if you want to get down to, within a 20-minute span.
Right, but yeah, well, if you think about it, it's in the comfort of your own home too, right?
That's true.
Right. I mean, you don't even have to put socks on if you don't want. Nobody would know.
I find my eyes tearing a lot because I'm looking into the computer all day.
Oh, yeah. And the fingers get a little sore, and the back is in this position. You're in this sort of seated position. You got to get up and stretch and
got to do your exercises. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty thrilled that my son bought me. I'm looking over there at a very large screen that's attached to my little.
So a nice monitor he bought you.
So I have a big monitor to look at. Yeah. I'm not looking at it now because I want to look directly at what I'm talking at. But if I'm watching something else, I see it on the big screen, so it's much better.
Now we have something else quite special, and I mentioned we were going to be premiering this here on the show, and it's a Christmas song that you've penned. Tell us about it. It's quite beautiful.
Oh, the one, Lots of Love? Well, this was a song I wrote. I'm trying to remember when I wrote it. I wrote it quite a long while ago. And I think I may have written it, don't laugh, with my son in mind, when I could come back to see him after not seeing him for a very long time. But I'm trying to think of when I wrote this.
What was the inspiration for it?
Well, I was feeling alone. And I guess I thought, and it was time for a Christmas song.
And the title, how'd you come up with that beautiful title?
I don't know. It came into my, I think it just popped in.
It seems like the song all the way around was just something that came through and out of you.
Yeah.
Through and out. And sometimes that's the best.
Yeah. I was far away from the person that from like my son, at that particular time. And it just came into my head.
Well, let's hear it. We have it here. Lots of Love. Beautiful song. Enjoy, everybody. And then
I thank Jason Ellis because he had me video this because I didn't know if I could do anything because I had tooth surgery last week. And he had me video it. He taught me on the phone how to do it on my iPhone. And then he put the music with it.
Is that amazing how that happens?
What can I say? He's amazing.
By the time this year is through, they're going to hire you at NASA, Bobbie. Knowing all the technology.
Yeah, right.
Here it is. And it's so apropos for the levity theme of our show, and also for this time of the year with the holidays, but pretty much for any time of the year. This is pretty much like a world premiere on the Jim Master Show Live. Bobbie Horowitz's Lots of Love.
You're on.
You're on.
I'm so happy to bring to you a song I wrote many years ago in the 80s with Spector and the late Ben Martini.
And it was a Christmas song because of the love that I had had. As I write this letter, all I see is you, waiting for my kiss on Christmas. No words would sound better than I love you too. Lots of love from me to you. The only wish that's on my Christmas list is that I spend this Christmas Eve with you. When I come home for the holidays, make my wish come true. Lots of love from me to you. Let's stay at home this year on Christmas Eve. Let's light a fire and trim a tree for two. Under a ceiling of mistletoe, nothing is taboo. Lots of love from me to you. Days have been so lonely. Everything I do makes me think of you. And Christmas, can't believe it's only just a week or two. Lots of love from me to you. When I come home this year on Christmas Eve, propose again, and I'll say yes to you. And we'll remember the Christmas Eve that we said I do. Lots of love from me to you. Lots of love from me to
Mm, that is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. And I remember it was because I was missing my son so much. He had gone away to Cornell. And suddenly I wasn't seeing him all the time. And, but I made it a love song instead of a mother.
Oh, yeah. With
Spectre, of course.
And there's a lot of people that are missing their loved ones they're not able to get together with their loved ones this year because of the pandemic. Maybe family members are no longer around. They've passed, like they say, through the years, we'll all get together we'll all be together if the fates allow. And sometimes that isn't the case. Very, very nice from Kathy Short in Cleveland. Beautiful from Juanita in South Africa. Tess says, that made me cry tears of joy. Absolutely beautiful. God bless you, Bobbie. Terry says, nothing like live in person, audience interaction, reaction, camaraderie from friends, fans, greatly missed. Not to mention the hugs, invaluable. Rini Katz says, great song, Bobbie. And your performance, genuine. That was beautiful. I mean, beautiful song from Mary in Florida, Mary Bishop. Hearts and Christmas trees from Marsha Murphy. Well, I know. Yeah. In between, folks, when we're looking at the photos and the clips, Bobbie's been, I'm sure you all have too, all the lovities watching. She's been grabbing for the Kleenex, and rightfully so. There it is. I mean, got to buy stock in Zoom and Kleenex and Purell. Lots of love from all of us to you, beautiful Bobbie. XOXO from Jill. Bernadette says, such a sweet Christmas song. Thank you for such a gift, Bernadette. Presents and trees from Terry. Michael says, so moving, Bobbie. Rini says, you support so many cabaret singers. She gets there sometimes 2 to 3 shows a night, really. So everybody very, very moved. This is like a big hug on our show, and tears of joy. Kathleen says, nice. Kathleen is very moved by all of this. She just lost her mother about a month and a half, 2 months ago. She lives in New York City as well. And she's having a tough time because her father's also gone too. And so it's this is the first Christmas without the mother and the first Thanksgiving without the mother. And you have a word of solace for her?
What I also wanted to say in solace is that if anybody wants to sing a song that I wrote with Spector, just contact me. I mean, we don't charge you to sing that, but let me know so I can tell ASCAP. But but you can sing it if you want.
And then, missing that family member for the very first time is tough, right? Like Kathleen's going through Christmas without her mother. She's very close with her mother.
I remember when my sister wasn't here. It happens.
Terry says, God willing, we'll all be together again soon. Until then, I raise my glass to you, Bobbie. Love you.
Love you, Terry. You
wanted to also, Michael says, you had a beautiful baby because Bobbie, look at you now. Rini says, Barry watching with me and sends his love and congratulations. Thanks, Rini. We love that too. Christine Clifton, a gorgeous song with beautiful lyrics, words all written from the heart, a true levity song. So nice, Bobbie.
And Spector, too.
You wanted to perform something for us too, right? On the show?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I have another, I guess it's good for the holidays. It has a holiday feel to it. And I am thrilled that David Friedman wrote the music.
Oh, yeah. Our dear friend David.
Our dear friend David. And I'm going to have to do it a cappella because if my son isn't here, I can't. I'm not good at
the violinist and the organ, the flautist and the drummer and the clarinetist, they didn't show up tonight.
If you want to know the reason I shop, and I shop until I drop, and even then I'll never stop. I'm doing it for America. Doing it for America. It's not about me needing lots of stuff. That would never be enough to keep me shopping. Shopping's tough. I'm doing it for America. Doing it for America. Let me see. So follow my lead and buy a hat that's a beauty, and of course a gorgeous scarf, and a bag that's a cutie. Know with every purchase you'll be doing your duty for America, America. I'm helping the economy shoe by shoe. Every shoe I buy means more for me and more for you. I'm buying them for America. Buying them for America. And every time I buy a new designer dress, I can hear the GNP is saying, yes, yes, yes. Buying it for America. Buying it for America. I'm helping all of labor. I'm a retail business boomer. I'm helping my neighbor by dispelling any rumor that it is less than fabulous to be a consumer for America, America. I'm helping my country by filling my closet, 'cause I'm giving lots of stores lots of dollars to deposit. I'm filling it for America. Filling it for America. Wait. For America. And they can invest until the Dow hits the sky. I gotta do my best. I gotta give it a try. 'Cause when it comes to shopping, it's a case of do or die. For America, America. Go buy, buy, go out and buy, 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 go out and buy, 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 go out and buy, 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 for America. Do it for America.
Beautifully done.
My own lyric there for a minute.
I love the way you.
Right, I have the lyrics here.
When did you write that?
We wrote that in, I think, 96.
Did you really?
1996.
Everybody's loving it. Rini says another great song. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh,
And yeah, and Mary Bishop says, love this. And Marcia claps, claps, claps. And Bernadette says, love it. Wowee.
I was just doing the meditation in David Friedman's Thought Exchange tonight. He runs that. He's quite amazing, and he's been quite a health coach to me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's quite a genius and a wonderful soul. David says, I love it with the flag in the background, too.
Oh,
That's your son.
I love that.
That's yeah. You have a couple of good Davids in your life, right? Yeah.
And my grandpa, the one that founded the law firm, was David.
Was David as well.
Yeah, that's who my son is named after.
Then there's the Star of David, right? See, you're surrounded by David. Tesla Bella says, wonderful. And Maureen says, so shopping is actually our patriotic duty. Count me in.
Yes, it is.
You got claps and hearts from Kathy in Cleveland, which is really nice as well. And Juanita loves it in South Africa, and she's up late with us too. It's really late.
If anybody wants it, I will send them the lyric and they can get them right. I think I did it right.
Well, yeah, considering you had them over there, though, I think you were great. It was perfect, you know, and it's got that patriotic feel. And yeah, I just love your perspective. I mean, you're so inspiring, and you like to have fun, right? You like to have fun.
I think it's important. And when we forget about that, what is life? What will keep us going? You know, fun keeps us going, and love and fun. And our country was built on so much. Let's be together. Let's do things together. And Christmas time is shopping time. So I figured that this went together.
Is there anything else that you had there you wanted to share with us while you're there?
I mean, I got a lot of songs and stuff, but I think that, I mean, I have a lot of pictures of my son and me.
Now, Jill goes, now I finally understand why my closet is full. I love that.
And I'm looking at my old roommate over there, whose father was a very well-known songwriter. So
you're surrounded by lots of photos and memories all around you there in that room?
All around.
We usually like to ask the guests when they're on, what room are you in? What are you in? What room are you in the home?
Right now I'm in, I guess most people, it's a dining room. It's the dining. People break it off very often and make a second bedroom out of it for a child. But I use it as my dining room office, this area. And then it goes around into the living room. I can put it, and then I have a bedroom around in the other corner and 2 bathrooms. I'm lucky. I'm so glad I bought this apartment when I bought it.
Yeah. Yes. And Rini says, Jim, you're really capturing our Bobbie. Great show, you too. Thank you, Rini. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a mortgage and, stuff like that. And
deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la.
I can buy it now. I don't think I could afford what I would charge for it.
Your halls would be quite decked.
Yeah.
And your bells would be jingled.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
that is funny. Terry, look what Terry says. Want to read that out loud?
You're the only reason I came out of the only reason I came out of the closet was to make more room for clothing. I love you, Terry. I love her. We've become good friends too.
That is that is funny. Bobbie, you are delightful. Your levity is contagious.
Thank you. Oh, and I also realize, and I have learned that that gender is, it's not like one's good and one's bad. They were all created from different developments and for different needs and at different times. And I'm so thankful that my mother believed that. And my father was, he was okay with it. Well, his brother was homosexual, my Uncle Arnie, whom I love. And I'm so glad that I was always open to all of them. And colors. We never disliked people because of the color they were.
So everybody, you see everybody is as one. God created one race, the human race.
Right.
Mm.
And we're all different cells in it.
What, in this illustrious career, Bobbie Horowitz, that you've had all these years and continue to have, and all the people you've inspired and all the people you've worked with and all the art you've created, what are some things that you still want to do? Things, whether they're personally for you or they're publicly for your career or both?
Well, one thing I would love to complete this musical I'm writing, because it's so much on the theme. It's called Yes Universe. And I already have people that who said that they would play the roles when we do readings and stuff. People we all love, people in the community. And Yes Universe, I don't know if I should give it away, but, well, Yes Universe goes to God for help. Of course, our universe is hurting and thinks he might have heart trouble. And they discover where that, we discover where that might be coming from. And I'm not trying to give it away, but there's a planet in a solar system that's going around the heart and that needs to have love restored.
Mm-hmm. Right. Michael Colby's
just said
going to be decking the hall with loaves of Christopher Joseph says, are you related to Steve Horowitz from Bowling Green, Ohio?
I don't think so.
You never know. If you do the DNA, could be a fourth cousin or something.
I guess they all came from the town of Harrow or something. Originated, some of interesting.
You remember the Consumer Reporter, right? David Horowitz, the Consumer Reporter from NBC. Yeah, he was very, very popular as well. Is there a name? What is the history of Horowitz, the name, the derivation?
Yeah, I think it came from the town of Harrow. Is that the name of the town?
Mm.
And then it was taken over by different countries.
Mm.
So it got different, and people were thrown out and people were put into camps and and people tried to get away. A lot of them came to this country. A lot of peoplehoods is like that, and names people escaping and running and taking on.
You were saying you were starting to tell us about some things that you would still love to do, the sort of on your bucket list things you mentioned, of course, the play. Anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Things that you would love to do, traveling, going to various places.
I used to love to travel, love it. And now I can find it a little tiring, and although I love all places, something, I'm going to say it. I wouldn't mind being with a male person that I love.
Yeah.
again. I mean, not my. I love my son. I wish.
Right. Another.
Yeah, this would be lovely. At 80, you never know.
At 80, you never know. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely right. And you're a wonderful person. So lots of heart, lots of soul, and beautiful inside and out. And everybody loves you. And we do here as well. And I'm so happy that you took the time to come on the show. We've been chatting for just about 2 hours. Could you believe that?
I'm so happy that I was asked.
My pleasure. My pleasure. When you look back at this career of yours, what are some of those moments that really stand out for you? Maybe a couple of moments that are just tremendous standouts.
Okay, because I have to tell you, I didn't start it till I was like in my early 30s. Like,
I know.
Let's stand out.
The ones that really are very, very extra special for you.
Well, getting to honor Lucy Arnaz and
Another dear friend. Yeah.
oh yeah, I love her. Yeah. And getting to be friendly with these wonderful people who came from families, and some of them had not the easiest lives. And getting to meet the stars of the business. And I got to meet a lot of them because my dad would take me into the hotel places, and a lot of those people owned the theaters.
Yes.
So that's how he got me into theaters when I was 5 and 6.
Mm.
And I mean, I got to meet the stars of Carousel, the original. And that Oklahoma was my first show that I saw.
Oklahoma.
1945, I think I saw. I was 5. And it was just so wonderful to get to know them. And to get to know the stars that were in them. And then to get to know the people that in the cabaret world that are so wonderful. They really are.
Mm.
I don't want to start mentioning your name because if I leave someone out, I'm going
There's
to
so many. It's like being at the Academy Awards and you only have a certain amount of time, but there's 500 people. So you say all of them.
I have a song about that.
Can you share it with us now?
You moved to New York City, a dream you had for years. You go to all the open mics. Thank God you're getting cheers. The theater folk all hug you. Who knew they'd be so kind? You crave their sweet affection, but you think you're losing your mind. No need for you to worry. No need for you to care. Just know these words and spit them out if you don't know who is there. Mwah! So good to see you. Oh, it's you. Mwah! So good to see you. Mwah! So good to see you. It's the only name you'll ever have to know. Most performers use it. It's just part of the game. That guy back there, he'll choose it, 'cause he forgot my name. You try it. Mwah! So good to see you. Mwah! So good to see you. Hi there. Mwah! So good to see you. The only name you'll ever have to know. Mwah! So good to see ya.
Wow. Wow.
Mwah!
It's so good to see you.
I mean, I go to places and I know the person's face. And I go, oh God, oh, it's
yeah.
because you meet so many people.
Right. So you would go, wow, it's so good to see you. Everybody write that down. If you're at the next gathering, when we can do the gatherings and you don't recall the person that's coming up to you, go, why? It's so good to see you.
I have to remember who it was, but somebody told it to me. Somebody said that to me, taught it to me. A fellow, oh God, His name went out of my head.
Wow, it's so good to see him.
He's the one who gave it to me. Hi, yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, sometimes, like if I'm with somebody and
Florida.
somebody else comes up and there's an introduction being made, and I don't recall the name of the person that's approaching, what I will do is I will introduce to the person whose name I don't remember, I will introduce the person who's with me to them. So then that person will say, hi, I'm John. And then that person will say, hi, I'm Bobbie. And then I'll hear the Bobbie. And then I'll go, it's so good to see you, Bobbie. But I got it through introducing the friend who's with me to the other one.
Oh, you might be the person that told me that.
Kind of like the moi in a certain way, right?
That's true. Oh.
Michael Colby said, so funny and so true. And Terry goes, moi, and what a treat. So great to see you. And moi from June and moi from Bernadette. There's going to be a lot of mois going on. The holiday season is going to be filled with moi. Jill does the same thing, introduces the person with her to the other person who she doesn't remember, and then they exchange names, and you're off the hook.
You emailed that to me.
Yeah. Great tip, Jim. Oh, yeah. What I do, I guess, is a sly moi. It's a sly moi. Oh, the Dinah Shore moi, right?
Oh, Dinah Shore. Right. She used to go moi.
Sounds like a Dale Carnegie tip, according to Marcia. That is funny. That is funny.
If you want to be nice to everybody and you want to be socially correct.
Yeah, you want to be right. You don't want to offend anybody. You want to be pleasant. I know it's very hard for anybody to even answer this question, especially this year with everything going on. But generally, what is a typical day like for Bobbie Horowitz?
Well, you know, I now can't believe I did what my father always tried to teach me to do. And I really have a routine. I get up in the morning and I have my in-bedroom exercises. And then what I do now, I don't actually make my bed like I used to because I want it to air out and I want any germs not to come in. And I try not to go into the laundry room too often because I don't know who's going to be there. So what can I say? I'm trying to be careful.
Yeah.
I get the whole thing made. And then I do my face cream, different things. Then I come in here and I begin to take out the things for my healthy breakfast. Very healthy. I use a shake from a company that I really trust that helped me a lot. And I put certain things in it, like blueberries and not almonds, walnuts, because they're good for my bones and they're good for find out what's good for you. So I get that set up. Then I do my in living room exercises because I pulled my my rotator cuff because what I had to learn is to ask for help. I went into my storage room and tried to schlep things around so I could open the door to my storage space, and I pulled my arm. So I do my exercises for that. And then I turn on my computer. And then I put on my makeup, I get dressed. I bring my breakfast, then I do the emails. And then I see what my day's work has to be. And I begin.
Mm. How often do you write?
Well, I used to write every day. But since this craziness came up and I had to redo my website, and we had to learn to redo so many other things and move things for the COVID thing, I really hadn't been writing like I wanted to. And now I'm back.
She's back.
I'm back.
Well, you have the website is wonderful. Again, it's BobbieHorowitz.com for everything, the book and everything else. Your music Is it available on CD where people can get the songs?
I had a lot of stuff on CD. Some of it is you could get online to hear. And I do have one CD I had made up of a lot of them to get. Contact me and I'll tell you how you can get it. And I can always send you recordings.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the book, of course, again, you and I, you introduced me to that cool book when we were at David and Sean's house.
Yeah, send it to me. I'm trying to get another publisher. I've been doing it. I didn't realize it was a self-publishing company, but I do love them. They were with the Louise Hay group.
Right. You see another book in the offing? You're going to write another one, you think? Will you ever write a memoir, an autobiography?
It's not impossible, but I would love to turn it into a musical.
I can see that.
But books, I think, do well. I have to start thinking of bringing in money and not just spending it because I'm 80.
At some point, maybe an audio book where you're actually verbally telling the stories.
That I would do, yes. I
Yeah.
would do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That did come into my head.
The audiobook. Yeah, those are very popular because people can listen to those at their leisure.
Right.
Yeah, the audiobooks are very, very popular.
Yeah, you could be on the train and have
Yeah, on a long trip somewhere. Exactly, exactly. So you're loving life, my friend, huh?
Yeah, I am. I
You're-
really
Yeah,
I want to keep going. I mean, I can't believe I'm 80. And every time, and I think I'm not the only one who feels this way, but as you live longer, it seems to go faster.
Yeah.
When you have a routine, the day is like, you know, and I'm here already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Wednesday, half the week is over already.
Right, because there's so many things on the plate and there's so many things to do. And when you're a kid in third grade looking out the window, the day seems so long because you have to be somewhere where maybe you don't want to be. But then you have so many people and so many things to do. And the day is, and this year, I think a lot of people have lost track of even the days of the week because they all run together.
They run together. And it goes so quickly. And now it's Christmas, so I have to figure out how I'm going to give little Christmas gifts or something. I'll have to give them checks, I think, for all the people that work in my building.
Yeah.
They're so helpful to me, too.
Rainey brought up as well, which is very true. You do lectures too, right? Tell us about those.
Yeah. Well, I used to do a lot of talks, and I was a speaker at things. And that's when I was a member of a speakers bureau. Oh, right. I was a member of the speakers bureau. And it was mostly about entertainment and theater, and so that I could get people who weren't in entertainment and theater to become interested. And I did some about the image consulting too. I gave talks on that.
Tell us about that again, the image consulting. I mentioned that to a few people. That is really amazing work that you do.
Well, I don't really do as much image consulting as the color and number thing now. Of course, image consulting with an individual takes a lot of time and concentration. I would work with I'll still do an individual, I think. So you analyze which colors go correctly with their skin tone.
Does it also involve
their shape?
I would imagine confidence building and self-worth comes as a result of it as well, right?
Totally. When you know who you are, and when you walk into a room as who you are, people are much more likely to accept what you say. And that's especially true for men. I did a lot of it with law firms. I went in, and there were women in there too. But it's when you come in, and certain colors get certain reactions. Like if you need to get their attention first, that's where the yellow power tie came from.
Mm.
And even if yellow isn't right for that person's skin tone, the yellow tie can, because what happens, the eye goes to yellow first. It's like turning a light on.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking and there's the fire behind you. And people go to yellow. So that's where that came from. And certain colors, as I said, have a certain feeling. Like, that's why I think the robes of the priests are purple. It's a spiritual color. It's interesting.
Mm. So you guide people through this process?
Yeah. I could guide them through what each color stands for. But then first what we do when I do it individually is are you warm toned, your skin? Does your skin and eyes have more yellow in it than blue? Or are you cool toned? People usually with black hair, and I'm trying to think of people that are very cool toned. Like Joanne Firshpan is cool tone. And she can look great in black and white. And other people are warm tone. Like, I would say this is a little more auburn than mine is, but my sister's hair was really this color or even more auburn. And I always had some red in my hair. And it wasn't, and red somehow were for the comedians.
Lucille Ball and Carol Burnett. And
well, orange.
Skelton.
Orange makes people laugh. If you're going to do a comedy act, and you can, it's great if you can wear an orange outfit. And if you've got very cool skin, stick the orange somewhere, like a flower or something. You know what I mean? Because orange is a warm color. But it does make people laugh.
Are there colors that you don't like, that are colors that just don't work for you, that you just don't feel comfortable with? There's a vibe that you just don't like from the color?
It's not like. It's not that I don't like them. I like them all. It's which reflect my skin tone, eye color, which go with it. And Eva's crocheting a yellow hat. I see.
How ironic is that? How ironic is that?
I mean, it's each person has their own thing, and they're all good.
Yeah.
There's no combination that's not good. You know.
I always get a lot of commentary when I wear like this, when I wear green, because it is my favorite color. Certain blues, like maybe the one that's underneath this sweater, that kind of a blue, and reds, when I wear reds.
Well, red.
Comment a lot in a positive way.
Sexy thing. And it's to find the red that there are some reds that have more blue in it and some reds that have more yellow in it. Find the red that's best with you. And certain people are good in the chrome colors.
Yeah.
And other people need the more muted, the different shades of the color. It's very interesting.
It really is, yeah.
I find it, and I find it's all part of science. It's all like.
What have you learned about yourself learning all of this?
Well, I've learned that I'm more warm toned. I'm more, pardon me, I'm warm.
I know this has been a very moving evening for you.
Yeah, oh my God. Let me tell you, I'm warm toned. My facial structure, though, is dramatic. My cheekbones to my, I don't have a round face. I have a very structured face. But a lot of it is autumnal because my jaw is broader and my forehead is broader. So I'm an autumn color. That's my season. Now, so I would try to find a green that has a drop of yellow in it, not a blue green, more of a yellow green. And black and white isn't my best, but I do have a mask that happens to be, but it's not my best. But if we can find things that reflect our color and the shape of who we are. Like some people have a rounder shape.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually what they call the summer people are less angular. It's softer, it's rounder, and it's lighter colors mostly. And I knew the woman that wrote Color Me Beautiful.
Mm.
I did. I worked with her when I was studying this.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. Karen, yeah.
For folks that aren't familiar with Color Me Beautiful, tell us about it.
It's a book that this woman wrote to get, I don't know what Carolyn, I'm trying to think of the last name. I knew her so well. I mean, and she wrote this to get people to understand that there are 4 seasonal colors and they're all beautiful.
Mm.
So find the one that's right for you.
Right.
That goes for men as well as women, we now find.
Do you have a favorite time of year? A favorite season or a favorite time or both? Are you an autumn person?
I'm somewhat of an autumn person. Yeah. I like the late spring too. I was always a summer kid too, though. Because we didn't have school.
Right.
Although I did like school. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
I'm not a winter person. I did not like the cold. But now I'm better with it because I'm healthier. Yeah. I guess none of them are bad. It's just what all the seasons are good and all the people are good. So it's which you're with. And a lot of people develop their skin color depending on where their ancestors grew up and where the sun was, how hot was the sun. People who have black skin usually had ancestors who grew up where they needed sun.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There was a certain island somewhere up way north, that had sun on it for some reason, so that the people could survive even though it was cold. And they were black people that came from up there.
Mm.
So all of it comes from what was on Earth and in the climate. It has nothing to do with the person, what the personalities were.
Exactly.
Not good or bad.
Now, you're a New Yorker born and bred. Why do you love New York so much?
I think I've always liked people. I've never really been a loner, although I'm surviving this pandemic, but my building, at least I know there are people around, but we're not having the building gatherings that we always did just to be safe. We haven't had that many cases in the building.
Which is good.
I think there've only been about 3.
That's very
and
good.
We're a building of, we have a lot of apartments. We're 35 stories, but it's a square block. So there are several, apartments in it, and we're right near the COVID thing. One thing I've learned to do, I got wonderful windows installed, and I never open them now because I got a wonderful heating system and cooling system. And I realized that it's good to have fresh air sometime. But given where I live, I'm with Terry Levy. I love New York in June too. I do. I always loved you, yeah. And I guess I loved visiting my parents when they lived in Westchester. I did. and they were golfers. But I really
Did
wasn't.
you ever take a swing at that?
Oh yeah,
You did.
I was a pretty good golfer. Yeah,
Mm.
and I was in love with one of the golf pros in Brooklyn, and my parents played golf in Brooklyn at Tiger Golf Course.
And did you say, why? It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I was probably, they moved when I went to college, when I was a freshman or sophomore at Cornell. Yeah. They moved to Westchester. But I didn't really want to live in Westchester.
You like the feeling and the vibe and the element of the city.
I like being near the theater. I like being near the music rooms. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people.
And the people.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody watching this broadcast right now, Bobbie, live, or maybe they watch this later in our series of archive shows, 200 plus shows, 36 weeks we've been doing this. It's every single day we do this show, which is amazing. And I know you're a viewer, you're a fan of the show, you watch the show, you watch some of the other guests. And I really appreciate that, Bobbie. What would you say to somebody watching who is considering entering this industry, becoming an entertainer, a songwriter, a performer? Now it has obviously changed so much over the years.
It's so different now.
What would you say as far as a source of inspiration for them?
Well, just know that no matter how it changes, I can't believe it doesn't influence people and how they feel and how they see things. Even if, if you're thinking about earning the living, then you kind of have to look at things, but it was always a questionable thing. And I guess you have to find someone who's good at technology to help you, because that's where a lot of things are going. Like if I didn't have my son, I don't know what I would do. Truly. He just helped me pay my Zoom bill because I couldn't online. I was having trouble with doing it, and he took care of it. Oh, that's right. Even went to Ithaca. That's right. I remember you told me that. Yeah, that you went to Ithaca College. Yeah.
Rini says she frames her life with family, friends, words, music, lyrics, seasons, colors, numbers, wisdom, spunk, love of life, and positivity. And now tonight, levity.
Well, I love Rini, and her. Rini has been such an inspiration to me. Rini and her husband have been such an inspiration to me. Because Rini has survived, I don't know.
A lot. Absolutely. Yep. A beautiful spirit. And we've got this running joke. We've got a viewer that watches in Australia, and the viewer said that, because we have viewers, international viewers all around the world that watch the show. And the woman had posted, I think her name was Eileen Barker, and she said, I am in the Midlands of Western Australia, just west of Perth. And now Rini always says, well, I'm in the Midlands of Flushing, Queens.
I remember that.
So every time she reports in from the Midlands of Flushing.
And I never thought I'd be living like right on the East River. And I loved it when I could see my son's building across the river. And I was 2 ferry stops from him, because the ferry stops right on my corner. Right. Mm. But now he had to move because they were tearing down that building.
Yeah.
Gave him a good buyout, but he had to go. And now he's further out in Brooklyn. And it really, I'm not taking subways now.
No. I mean, do you leave your place that much, or no? Do you have delivery, or?
Since the pandemic, I am hardly out. I go out once every month to get my nails done. If it's 1 block walk, and I go like for a hair trim every. I've been putting it off. I know I should go off.
Me too. Mine is the longest it's ever been, and it's like full and long, and it's kind of cool. I like it. Usually it's shorter, but like
And
you
I go
say,
for medical checkups because, like, I just had, the tooth surgery, and I didn't know if I could talk tonight. But
you had mentioned, having been around for a while, did you ever think that you would experience anything like what we've experienced this last year in your lifetime?
no, I know that we experienced polio. I lived through the polio era, and we couldn't go into the playground, but it still wasn't. And we got sent home from camp one season, but we didn't go till later because they didn't want to take chances. And the school closed maybe for a week. But I've never really, not like this. This is a whole thing. And there are people now, I understand, who don't get that ill from it. There are different things. They get it. And after 15 days, 24 days, I don't know if they can still give it to people, but they kind of have antibodies built up in them and they don't get that sick. And I don't know, it's just they were like different.
And then you have the economic collapse, and then you have the civil unrest, and just everything that's going on all at the same time. As Jill says, it's surreal. So many things in our lives have been.
Yeah. Well, I could see that the economy would go crazy if all people had to close and shut down. I'm blessed. I mean, I get my food delivered to me once a week. There's a senior discount, and I've gotten to love the people that work at the supermarket. It's not the cheapest, although they're pretty good. And they have a senior discount day on Tuesday. And it's Christini's. And the people that work there become like family to me.
Yeah.
And I get it delivered. And then there's a food shop in my building.
Oh, that's great.
Great food. And you can eat in there too. The thing, I mean, I love it. Not all the help really understands English. But I managed to get, but the guy who, is at the front thing is very nice. They're very, very nice. And I do order things from them. And then I go downstairs and get it and bring it up in the elevator, But I used to be out and about all the time.
What is one wish that you hope results from all of this for all of us?
That people realize that we're all cells in what I call God. We're all part of one species, and we're cells, and we can love each other. Who knows? Maybe that's why it was said. I don't know that things happen that way, but.
Well, I've often said that we were going in the wrong direction prior. I mean, we were sort of already social distancing. We had our heads stuck on our cell phones. Everybody's stuck on social media, consumed with what everybody else is doing. You would go to a diner and nobody would talk to each other. They'd all be on their cell phones texting and looking at, their social media. So we were already social distancing, and everybody was complaining, why doesn't anybody say thank you or please anymore? Where are all the good people, the friendly people? What happened to respect? What happened to civility? So now, boom, all of this happened. We've had to social distance. We can't get together, and we have to sort of pivot and come out of this and rise from the ashes, not going back to normal, but hopefully better from where we were. And hopefully, I think, and there are traces of it, hopefully we'll come out of this more empathetic and more understanding. Not everybody's going to follow that path. Some people aren't even following that path now during the height of all this stuff that's going on. But hopefully the majority of people will come together for the greater good of all of us and those who follow us. It's the only way. It's the way the earth was created. It's the way we were created, to be together, not
That's
visible
why
and
I
separate.
determined to finish this show, because even before the pandemic, I was right. What it was about was this one planet that was causing the trouble because it didn't have the camaraderie. It didn't have, it was him and me, or, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And no, we got to all go in here and root for each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's, we all need each other.
We all need each other.
Yeah, and I was on that Michael Colby song, right? Civility.
That's what
And
it's about.
yeah, it really is. It's
Wow.
about being together.
You are a class act, my friend, and you are such a joy, and I toast you
Oh,
here and here and here. And I wish you nothing but continued health and joy in your life. I can't wait to see you again. As I mentioned, I know it's been too long. And as I mentioned, for those who joined us late, Bobbie and I have known each other for quite some time. And this was not just having a guest on the show. This was having a dear friend on the show as well. And there's one more photo that I wanted to show you. And this was something from the past. Tell us about this. That was back in 2013, huh?
that's a show that I produced in 2013. It's my songs. That was my songs. And I love my wonderful, oh my God,
I love your reactions to everything.
Dana, who's no longer
I
with us.
know. I know.
We love her in heaven. And Corinna Sauerthagler, who is teaching kids. And I mean, all of these people are, you know,
The real deal.
people, and they're all the real deal. And they sang my songs. It was about my songs, but they all sang them.
Michael Colby says, thanks so much for everything you continue doing for so many, Bobbie. And you saw, I think you were watching when Michael was a guest on the Jim Master show. Yeah, good time. We have to have an inner dialogue and evolve, and yes, come together. Kathy in Cleveland says, Bobbie, you have been wonderful tonight. Thank you so much for this delightful conversation.
I hope I didn't leave stuff out. I hope I didn't leave any human being out that I should be.
I'll let you say that one.
Oh, Irv Rabel. I have to thank Irv, who opened Don't Tell Mom.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of people in heaven who are
No longer looking over us. They're all looking over us.
And my friend George Kimball, who's in Florida now. I mean, a lot of people are in different. No, he's not. He's in Chicago or something.
So happy I caught this. Bobbie is such a positive force from Ava. And you can see the entire episode on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. As a matter of fact, all 200 plus episodes of our entertainment lifestyle talk show series are there for your viewing pleasure on demand. And we do this show live every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, on YouTube at Jim Masters TV and Facebook, Jim Masters TV. And sometimes we do 2 shows a day when we have a guest that's like in European time zones where it's really late for them. Ireland, Sweden, wherever they may be, we'll do an earlier show and then we'll do a night show. Jill says, an amazing evening. Thank you, Bobbie and Jim. Our pleasure. Tesla Bella. God bless you and good night, Jim and Bobbie. You are both so wonderful and a gift to us all. What a beautiful evening. Thank you so much with all my heart, Tess. Happy holidays, Bobbie. Kathleen, stay safe, Bobbie. Take care. We love that from Kathleen. Bernadette. Thank you, Bobbie, for the lovely gift of tonight. God bless. Stay safe and stay well. Happy holidays. June, Bobbie, so much fun to spend time with you as well. And we'll all be together soon, June. June Moon, hang in there. From Juanita, who's still up late, way into the late hours in South Africa. Thank you for your time, Bobbie. You are amazing, an inspiration. Keep well. And Rini says, bravo, you were and are.
Do anything. You did it all.
Well, I sort of keep I conduct the train and keep the train on the tracks and just flow and we sort of, it's a tennis match. We have a wonderful flow. I don't call these interviews because they reflect even the way I am on television and radio, my professional work. It's a conversation. And on this show, we're bringing back the lost art of conversation.
Thank
And
you.
it's important to do that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Bless you.
See what Terry says?
A recovering Rebbitzin.
Christopher says, really good show tonight. Thank you. My friend, I hope this show, more from Tina. The lovities are coming in. Thank you, Bobbie and Jim. Stay safe. Our lovity family. Rini says, awesome train conductor. Thank you, Rini. I appreciate that. Michael is doing a virtual standing ovation. Matter of fact, I can see him. He's on top of his coffee table. Don't spill the drinks. Sending lots of virtual hugs, Bobbie, from Maureen as well. Bobbie, we love you, and you're welcome back anytime. And I certainly hope that this episode, this show, met your expectations, and you enjoyed your time with me as much as I have with you.
Beyond. Thank you.
You had a good time. You enjoyed yourself, huh?
I can't believe it. It started at 7 and it's 9:42. I can't believe it.
Almost 3 hours. So now you've experienced the Jim Masters show live twofold, as a viewer, and now as a Loveity viewer, and now as a Loveity guest.
Yeah.
And I hope it's matched whatever expectations you had.
Beyond. That's the word. I should write a song, Beyond.
Beyond with Loveity. Loving you, and I wish you a beautiful holiday and all the best, blessings, good health. We will see you soon.
Right? Hanukkah, Christmas, I do them both.
All of it, all of the above. That's right. And I hope that we see each other again soon so we can take more photos together too.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Thank you, Bobbie and Jim, for bringing you to us. Well,
Thank
it's our pleasure, our pleasure. Love you, Bobbie. You take care and be well, okay? You're welcome. Now go.
Everybody, thank you.
Now go stretch those legs. I know it's time to walk around and stretch, shake out those feet. That's it.
I get my mail.
I'll say, Ma, it's been great to see you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good night, my friend. Bye-bye. Bobbie Horowitz, the legend, songwriter, entertainer, cabaret performer, author, and so much more. Dear person inside and out. Wasn't she cool? She was wonderful, and really terrific conversation. And we've been planning this for a while, and for actually about a month and a half. And she watches these shows. We've known each other, as I mentioned, for a long time. And I was so happy that she was able to join us. And maybe you knew of Bobbie Horowitz and her work. Maybe she's been a friend of yours for a while, but maybe there's a few nuggets about her that you learned that were extra cool nuggets tonight that maybe you didn't know about. And now you do. And it just enhances your appreciation of this wonderful talent. One of our treasures, an entertainer and a songwriter and a producer, and somebody who gives back in so many different ways through the art of music and song and lyric and love and light. That's what she does. Truly a loveity, right? Wouldn't you say? If you're just joining us, I'm Jim Masters. We're here every night with incredible guests, great entertainment, special features, on location segments on our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And it's a blessing to have all of you here. Terry says, happy, healthy holidays, Bobbie, Jim, and all you as well, Terry. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel as well. And hope you'll subscribe to that channel. Give it some loveity. Great show. Night all. You too, Christopher. We thank you very much. And really an amazing show. I want to tell you, we have somebody extraordinary tomorrow too. We have celebrity caricaturist Ken Fallon tomorrow. Ken is another legend, and he's done celebrity caricatures on just about everybody you can think of over decades. Wait till you see all the stunning visuals that we have that Ken and his team sent us. Years of incredible illustrations and caricatures. He's a brilliant illustrator too. He's tomorrow night right here live on the Jim Masters show. We're so excited about it. On Friday, Emmett O'Hanlon, who was originally with Celtic Thunder, is going to be with us. He's a brilliant Irish-American baritone. He just returned from singing in Germany, and he's from New York originally. His mother has a restaurant in Manhattan. We've dined in it several times. He's a dear friend. He's going to be with us on Friday. Then on Saturday, we also have Keith Harkin, originally from Celtic Thunder, brilliant singer, songwriter, musician. He lives in Los Angeles. He's from Ireland. Right now, he's in Portugal, and he's going to be with us from Portugal, which is unbelievable. Tammy McCann is joining us as well on Saturday. Brilliant jazz vocalist. The last time she and I were together, it was at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and we were supporting our friend Greek singer Mario Frangoulis, who might also be coming on our show very soon in the new year. She is brilliant. She's full of spunk and energy and love and light. Tammy McCann will be with us Saturday night. On Sunday, singer, songwriter, musician, live from Ireland, Conor McGinty is going to be here. He's all excited, and we're excited to have him with us. 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. That'll be 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. He's going to perform several songs for us live as well. And on December 18th, we have a treasure. We have a legend. This is Sir James Galway. James Galway is a world-renowned flautist, 30 million albums sold. We met when I was emceeing the Tim Janis A Christmas Carol concert at Carnegie Hall, and I was the MC that evening, and I've done it multiple times, and we were celebrating Sir James Galway's birthday as well. There he is with his lovely wife, Lady Jean Galway. She's also a brilliant flautist. She's from New York. He's from Ireland. They live in Switzerland. And on December 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Europe, we're going to be having a very special birthday party in honor of Sir James Galway and a holiday celebration. That's December 18th. Also coming up, originally with River Dance, Darren Holden's going to be with us as well. And he is, of course, with the High Kings. As we always say, don't forget to smile and put a smile on somebody else's face as well. Don't forget to share the levity. We always tell you that's an important thing to do. And find your Zen place. Living here in the Northeast along the coast. For me, the ocean has always been my Zen place. I'm always swimming, surfing, kiteboarding it, boogie boarding it, sailing it, though not so much this time of the year. Now we just walk it and appreciate it. But also, time with loving family and friends is very important. That's Zen. Writing, music, my career as well, working in television and radio and stage all these years, and with all the fabulous people I've had an opportunity to work with, and all the places that I've had an opportunity to work for and with, the networks and the stations, everything. It's truly amazing and truly a blessing. And you know what else is a blessing too? All of you. We always say, don't forget to relax, to breathe from the diaphragm. It makes a world of difference. Take care of one another and take care of and love yourself. It's not Pollyanna to do that. It's really smart business to do that. Relax and breathe. We wish you, of course, the best of the holidays. All of your friends here say good night. The big panda, Linlin, over the weekend, we'll bring Linlin on, this massive panda that we have that was a gift. But George Burns says good night, all. He had a great time. He loved listening to Bobbie's stories and hearing her sing. Jeannie, I know these are the cast of characters from one night of nostalgia we did, and everybody said keep them on the show, so they're here. Jeannie's in her bottle, and Jeannie says, have a blessed night. See her in there? She's blinking. You got to look quick. She moves fast. She blinks. And then, of course, your friend Jimmy is here to put smiles on your face. He was a childhood toy. He's still in good shape. He says good night. There you go. With his blue suede shoes. Actually, they're porcelain. He says good night. Can you hear me putting them down? That's porcelain. We don't want to break them. And Gilligan. We had Dreama Denver on the show, wife of Bob Denver, who played Gilligan. She's a brilliant friend, and she was a great guest. She said we were missing something on our set. Now, our set didn't look like this holiday when she said it, but she said, we got to send you a Gilligan. So she sent us the actual Aloha Jim Dreama Denver, the Bob Denver Gilligan doll. Bob had a good time too. And so did Silver, the dog I got when I was on a TV shoot in Europe. And he was in Switzerland. Our Silver Lab says good night. You know what happened when we were on the TV shoot? You know how Bobbie was singing about shop, 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 shop? Well, we were going to various shops in between shooting our TV shoot in Europe. And I saw this in the window and I went up to the shopkeeper and I said, "How much is that doggy in the window?" And he said, "You American, it's going to be expensive for you now." So you got to laugh. You got to have fun. Life is short, so enjoy every ounce of it, holiday time and otherwise. Tina says, "Jim, you're a true blessing and brighten my day, and all the lovelies warm my heart as well. Love and hugs." Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Terry says, "Ooh, looking forward to seeing Ken Fallon tomorrow night. He'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. He's all excited. He sent us a ton of visuals. I can't wait. I'm going to be up at the crack of dawn. Dawn? I just gave myself an accent. The crack of dawn. Slip of the tongue. That's how we created levity. The word levity was because I was saying light, love, and levity. I slipped up and I said levity, and now the whole show's about levity. I'll be up at the crack of dawn uploading all the photos and our crew helping because we got a lot to show you tomorrow. Thank you, Jim, yet for another excellent show, XX. Everyone, please stay safe, stay well. These shows help so much. That's beautiful. I'm happy to hear that, Bernadette. Kathleen Walker says, "Thank you, Jim. Have a great night. Good night, all." We appreciate that. I'll be there. He did an illustration for my Tales of Tinseltown. Oh, he did. I didn't realize that. We'll have to ask him about that, Michael. That's fantastic. And I'm glad you'll be tuned in tomorrow. He's amazing. When I asked him if he'd like to pop on, because I've always been an admirer of his incredible skill and talent, he said, "Jim, you just, like Bobbie did, they just said, you tell me the date and time and I'll be there." And I love that. Love this tonight, Jim. Enjoy the rest of this wonderful evening. You too, Kathy in Cleveland. Juanita in South Africa. Thanks, Jim, for another amazing show. Good night, everyone. Be good. Christopher says, "Great show. Night all." My pleasure. My pleasure. And Christine Clifton in North Carolina. Good night, Jim and all. You too as well. Ditto. Thank you, Michael. Sherry says, "Another fantastic show tonight. Please be safe and take care, loveties. We'll see you tomorrow night." Maureen says, "I love my evenings with you, Jim, and all the loveties." Wah, everyone. Bobbie's got it started. We'll have to keep that trend going. And Jill said, "Good night, Jim. Thank you for another amazing show. Good night, everyone." A really terrific show, learning so much more about Bobbie. Thanks, Jim. My pleasure. Christine. And Mary says, "Good night, everyone. You as well." All good stuff here. All good stuff. And Kathleen sends kisses. Well, this is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time. We'll be here tomorrow. We hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're in Australia, New Zealand, we say good day. If it's late for you in Asia or Europe, we say good night. And we say good night to everybody here in the United States and Canada. You are a blessing. I really enjoy doing these shows. We started this show 36 weeks ago, and it's been just about every single day nonstop, balancing it with my professional work. And you guys sharing, you guys subscribing to the YouTube channel as we're growing that, liking the Facebook page at Jim Masters TV and Instagram and Twitter at Jim Masters TV, sharing the links, hosting watch parties, all the beautiful things you guys are doing, recommending guests. It's truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing. I'm going to leave you with something here before we play our closing theme. If you missed this the other night, this was from my dear friend. It's very short and it's really cool. This is from a visit from Aunt Marion. This is Tess LaBella, actress, comedian, and voiceover artist. And she created this for us for levity. And here it is. And then I'll come back and I'll say a quick bye.
Jim Masters, or should I say Mr. Levity, I am so happy to have my debut on your show. And I just thought I'd prepared a nice little Christmas song for you and your loveties in Levity Hall. And I know how you're a fan of a cappella. And since I have perfect pitch, I thought this would be a perfect time to sing one of my favorite holiday songs. So I hope you enjoy it. Here goes. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, Say hello to friends you know, and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, Mr. Loveity, and all the Lovities. Thanks so much. Bye from Aunt Marion.
Isn't that fantastic? That's when Tess LaBella was my special guest on Monday. If you missed that episode, it was hilarious. We had such a great time, and we sang Christmas carols together, and it was really, really fantastic. So I leave you with that, everybody, wishing you the happiest of holidays. We're back tomorrow with award-winning illustrator and caricaturist extraordinaire, Ken Fallon, 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. And Aunt Marion, I know she was really cool. Good night, everybody. We love you all. Thanks for watching the Jim Masters Show live. We'll see you tomorrow night. You take care and be well. Good night.